Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Listen, we're here to get into a few things, okay? We are going to talk about quite a few things, y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all saw the thumbnail and the stuff we finna really get into. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you're coming into the video. You are indeed doing what you're supposed to do, honey, which is liking up that video or whatnot. I've been wanting to lower this mic, but when I lower the mic, it's like the volume end up being low, so I have to have it all the way up here. But anywho, girl, how is everybody doing? Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Yes, let's talk. Of course, we're going to get into some other topics, give more people time to get into the room before we get to, you know, some bigger topics or whatnot. Make sure that you guys that are not already following me over on the social media, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all follow me on over there, okay? That is Instagram, JamiThatsMe. You can also catch me over on Twitter. All right, you feel what I'm saying? Now, the first news story, y'all know we got to get into our news stories, all right? I have to get into this story right over here, and it's called, I believe it's iFlip or something like that, iHome Flip or whatnot. And this was just interesting because it's like a Ponzi scheme or whatnot that was going on. And from my understanding, it seems like this man kind of got these people linked into this real estate scam to where he linked his debts to them. It's like confusing. So I'm gonna play the video for them to tell you guys everything, and then there's an extended version that you guys can find on your own and watch that one. But it was like he was able to transfer his debts. So like if, or at least his interest on his debts. So like if he doesn't do good on his other investments that he's made, it falls on the people he got to join in on this iFlip type of scam. Like, girl, it's crazy. It's giving, y'all need to go back and investigate DJ Envy and see what they had going on over there too. But anywho, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this story here. They're saying home flipping Ponzi scheme targets Chicago families. And girl, listen, can't nobody afford no scams right now. Like, what the hell y'all got going on? And scammers is getting very smart with how they going about snatching people money. Like, I can't.
Responds, a bad business model or a Ponzi scheme? That's what several people who invested money with a popular Chicago home flipping business are asking themselves tonight.
The owners of iFlip Chicago are accused in lawsuits of luring inexperienced investors into predatory loans, leading to financially devastating consequences for dozens of Chicago families. PJ Rendawa unravels how things went wrong.
If you're interested in actually learning how to flip homes.
In late 2020, Amira Hadid signed up for a home flipping boot camp offered by real estate company iFlip Chicago.
iFlip Chicago boot camps is 100% hands-on.
This is something that my mom always wanted to do, and I'm a fan of HGTV.
Yeah, and it's your own cousin.
Yeah, and who can't trust family?
My name is Ron Obey.
Oh, damn.
That's Amira's cousin.
Now, damn, y'all, I didn't know that was her cousin, girl. I did not know that was her cousin. Now, the secret, that is messed up. Y'all be seeing the family members doing better than y'all. Y'all be trying to get in on what they got going on, not knowing whole time your family member is giving a piece of scammer. Now, I need to see. It seems like she was about to say the lady is her cousin. So if the woman is her cousin, was she, as the co-founder, really aware of what the husband had going on? Girl, this is messy.
Michelle Bay. She and her husband Rommel Bay run iFlip Chicago. In addition to boot camps, the company offers joint venture partnerships to first-time investors who want to flip a home.
There were a lot of people who had successfully done flips with him.
Tatiana Barnett is a realtor and iFlip boot camp graduate. Both she and Amira say after the boot camp, they were recruited into iFlip's joint venture program. It was supposed to work like this. Participants would have to provide some upfront capital. iFlip would find the property, provide access access to the lender and oversee the renovation. Then iFlip would sell the home for you and take 30% of the total profit.
You don't have to worry about any of this stuff because they have all of these relationships.
To get financing through iFlip's preferred lender, RHOP told the women his name had to be on their loan.
Being in real estate, it's not something that's unheard of if you don't have a track record of doing, fix and flips with lenders.
At closing, each woman hired iFlip's preferred real estate attorney, RHONY, to represent them.
But what part, I'm wondering what part, for the real estate people hopping in the chat, let me know, I'm wondering what part is she referring to when she say it's not uncommon? Is it not uncommon for a person to get 30% of what you're doing when it comes to real estate? And then is it not uncommon for that person to be on your loan? I'm a little confused as to why they would need to really be on there, I guess. I mean, I guess if you're a partnership and you're under his company, I suppose maybe you should be. Thank you so much, Son of Dennis, for the super chat. I'll check the playback later after my piece. Okay, your piece will work out at the gym, period. Much love, Jami. # y'all like the video. Real Housewives of Atlanta may as well recast or retire at this point. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Child, it's messy, honey. It is indeed messy, but let's keep going.
But Teyana says RHONY never showed up at her closing.
They didn't know it yet, but in hindsight, this is where they say things went terribly wrong.
He didn't even show
Buried
up
in
at
the hundreds of pages of documents they signed during closing were 4 sentences in the loan agreement that put them on the hook for RHOP's debts. It was part of a cross-default and collateralization clause that meant if RHOP went delinquent on any of his own loans, the lender would charge what RHOP owed to the loans he held with other iFlip participants, like Amira and Teyana.
And RHOP had several past due balances.
The women's loan documents show they were charged thousands in cross-interest fees, all transferred from RHOP's delinquent loans.
This was never about flipping property. This was about taking loans out to pay a debt. That didn't belong to us.
The loans then went on to fail. They were never written to succeed. They were predatory loans.
Now lawsuits recently filed by both women say iFlip lured them into a real estate investment Ponzi scheme, and the lender and real estate attorney were in on it.
So instead of you getting the money to pay the contractors and renovate the home, what was happening with it?
We have no idea where the money is.
How much are we talking about here?
I have lost $169,000. I'm sorry.
We are at risk of losing over $200,000.
Our desire was to elevate the Black community, rebuild and redevelop our neighborhoods.
And the Woodlawn community Ramo and Michelle claim they wanted to revitalize now has 2 more vacant and decaying homes dotting its landscape.
Y'all love talking about y'all trying to elevate the Black community. I'm finna start questioning every person that be on some elevate the Black community because, girl, what? We don't believe you anymore. None of y'all. This is just really messed up. And then the gag is they're trying to say that the attorney was in on it too. That's the crazy thing. You had the attorney, girl. I want everybody sued, but it seemed like, child, even though it was a Ponzi scheme, I'm over here wondering, was it somewhat legit in a way for them to hide? Because what's the next steps? Are y'all gonna be able to get y'all money back in some kind of fashion? It don't seem like y'all is. And it's the fact that he's able to transfer his debt. So anybody that he signed up, if it's 10 different people and that he got loans with all of those people for their projects that he clearly wasn't showing up to for the closing, if he defaults on any of that, it transfers to the other people. That is insane to me. That shouldn't even be legal.
Oh, this property has been this way since 2022.
Sandra Robinson lives next to the home Amira was never able to finish renovating.
It's an eyesore. I hope something gets to be done.
It's disgusting that this is 2 years later and we have no answer. We have more questions than answers.
We found at least 7 iFlip investment properties, including Tatiana's, are currently in foreclosure. In an email, RHOP tells us he and his clients were a victim of predatory lending, and the cross-collateralization policy was never disclosed or explained to him at closing. He says he will go after the lender who caused all this damage. RHONY's attorney tells me they will be filing a motion to dismiss the case. RHOP Cuomo is still holding real estate investment seminars on Facebook and encouraging church groups to invest.
Baby, they gonna get you. They gonna get you just like they got that couple down there in Texas that was out there doing that little it wasn't real estate though. They was doing some type of scheme online or whatever. I forgot their name. But they gonna get you, sir. And then you talking about certain things wasn't explained to you at closing. Let these ladies tell it your ass didn't even show up to the closing, sir. So why is you out here playing on these people top like that? And you got failed businesses and you still out here trying to teach folks about real estate. Girl, they gonna get y'all. Girl, the day is gonna come to where they gonna get y'all folks. Y'all wrong for that. And you know you wrong, sir. Talking about it wasn't, you had predatory loans. This is what's killing me. You saying that they preyed on you and you had predatory loans and certain things were not explained to you at the time of closing or whenever. But you continue to go and seek out these same exact loans though over a period of time. And you got an attorney, so your attorney didn't read the paperwork to make sure that you had a full understanding before you move forward. It's giving crazy. It's giving scam. Girl, I hope they able to get their money back. Now, it is a longer version. We're not going to watch it at this time. I may go back myself and see what other details was going on with this situation. But I just hate how people be finessing these folks with real estate and how people can snatch your house from up under you. I remember I was watching something. I think that happened in some part of Atlanta. It was an older couple. They had been in their house for 20 some years, and some scam happened where their home was given to someone else right up under their nose. And with that situation, they ended up being put out the house. The owner came and he showed the paperwork that this is my house now. I don't know how he was able to transfer it out of them folks' name into his name. And these were elderly people. And they were forced to move out. All of their stuff was really, I don't think they really moved out. All their stuff was thrown on their lawn. The old man was so upset. I guess he got aggressive with somebody, so they locked him up. That is just crazy to me that somebody could sell your house right up from up under you. Or transfer your house right from up under you. And they had been there for 22 years. And they about was paying on whatever mortgage was there. Damn near almost finished. And then somebody's able to swoop in. Now, I don't know if the house may have been in some type of foreclosure or whatever it was. But it was a really big deal. And I was like, that's messed up. And y'all knew that old man was under distress and whatever else. So y'all didn't have to sit up there and arrest that old man like that. Y'all was wrong for that. But girl, it's just crazy when it comes to real estate. It's just a mess. But good luck. I hate that, y'all. I hate that. But speaking of scammers, honey, let me slide over here because I want to put it up on the screen for the people. Because I had a few folks coming at me over there on the social media, honey, about this particular individual. But make no mistake, sometimes I have time, okay? When they troll, sometimes I want to troll right back, okay? We all be having time at times, okay? So this right here, this guy right here. Y'all remember this man? Y'all remember this man? Well, this man was a contestant, okay, on the show that you're watching called Pop the Balloon, okay? Now, he was over there going back and forth with the ladies when he was getting rejected, basically, okay? A lot of people didn't really like his interviews. Some people gave him a lot of support and stuff. It ended up coming out where he was alleging that he had lost his job and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find him on Instagram, because I think he changed his name. I don't even know what his name is anymore. Let me see. What is that boy's name on Instagram? Child, I feel like it's so many people trying to have the same page as him. Is this it? I don't think this is his page. Yeah, this is old. I mean, this is a newer page, so I don't think it's him. But that might be his page. That might be his page. I'm not sure, okay? Unless the old one got taken down. But either way, he came to social media to let people know, like, yo, I had all these folks go to my job and complain, and these people done got me fired, and I'm really sad or whatever about getting fired because I really love that job and all of that stuff, and woo, 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 and la, 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 okay? Matter of fact, I just really want to be able to show it. So let me see if I still have it over here on my thing, child, because the people was really upset about it. Okay, because I right out the gate felt like this man ain't lose his job. He did not lose his job. This man is over there lying to y'all, and y'all over there eating it up. Okay, so let me switch over. Girl, they was mad. They was really over here supporting him. Girl, they was over here by having his back. They was down for him. They was riding like, yes, yes, yes. Okay, they was going up for this young man. Okay. So he says, all this clout chasing got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and they are messing up the business. Okay, that's what they're saying. All right. At least that's what it is that he was saying. So his ex-girlfriend did come out and she ended up doing a video on TikTok where she kind of pretty much exposed, you know, the relationship and the dynamic and all of that stuff. And then somebody else came out on Facebook. Okay. This person came out on Facebook and she was speaking. She called him out in January of 2023. Now, what was filmed and what we're learning, that was filmed more recently, okay? And the girlfriend coming out speaking her piece, that was all more recently. That was like a few weeks ago, okay? Now, this other girl said, I knew he looked familiar. And so she went back and reposted all of the stuff that she had to say about him. Matter of fact, let me see if I still got it over here on the bookie. Give me 1 second, because she definitely called him out, said that he was harassing her and stuff. And I guess because she wasn't responding the way that he wanted her to, I guess he believed that she may have been transgender or whatever the case was. Is this the other post? I wanted the other post. Do I have that one still? Let me go back and see if I still got that one. Okay, boom. So let me open that one and then let's do this. Okay, boom. So here you'll see what she says. Yo, I knew he looked familiar. Y'all remember. Okay, so this is where she's putting up stuff and she's having oh so much to, you know, say. And what she was putting up was screenshots of this old post. Okay, and this old post, right, this was from January 7th of 2023. Okay, and they're out there in New Mexico. She says, woke up to more threats from a different number. He called me this morning. He's still blocked and I haven't told anyone to contact him. He called me 10 plus times after this post. Have a blackmail threatening my life after a few exchanges on a dating app. He's convinced himself I'm in the hospital because I had a sex change and I'm actually trans, and tried to trick him into being with me. He's threatened my life 3 times and is contacting me from multiple phones. Okay, so then she goes on to show like messages and all of that in between them. Okay, but so many people was up here like team him, we support him, woozy woo. Y'all just hang a black man this and a black man that, and wooty woo. Well, a black man is a fool. This one is, okay? It's giving this one is. So there's this guy, all right? Shout out to him. Mediocre tutorials and reviews. First of all, this YouTuber sat down for, I don't know why he did this, but he sat down for 5 hours in a live stream, sitting down with this guy that was on that show. He sat down with this man for 5 hours doing an interview, okay? Now, this is the aftermath of that 5-hour interview. Now, I'm not going to play his whole video. So if y'all want to see the whole video, you're going to have to go over there to his page. It's Mediocre Tutorials Reviews. But I am going to skip around. This first part is where he asked him about being fired and wanting to show proof, because people have felt as though they were scammed in the past by other people. All right. So let's check out what he says here.
But what proof do you have that you were actually let go? And I'm asking because we've been scammed in the past. There's been people in the past that have Brickface. I just keep talking about her. Set up GoFundMe, and she's allegedly a liar. She's right. She's facing a felony count for lying right now. Do you have any proof to demonstrate fired?
Yes. Now I will have some. Give me a few more days. What's today? Friday. Yeah. Give me a few days, sometime next week, because we are negotiating.
With GoFundMe? Oh, negotiating with the workplace.
Yes. Negotiations are being made because they see the social media attention and they are frightened. So, that's all I can say that much.
Okay, well, when you get that update, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my audience knows as well as within the GoFundMe. I think you can update it and you can show other pictures or proof or something like that. But I know that that's a concern for folks as well. But I've come to...
So there's that. Okay. So he still needs to get that evidence to him. And this guy said that he has yet to get the evidence. One part of the thing that led me to believe this boy was lying was he said 500 people called his phone, called the job. And then he used the same number of, I remember what it was. It's something about the number 500 for him. First, you say 500 people called the job to get you fired. You don't even sound like you did. Like, what happened was just people, you just put a bad taste in people's mouth, right? But it wasn't enough for people to really call your job and get you fired. So that right there was already questionable. You know, if you may have said, you know, if you was a white person that said the N-word or whatever online or different stuff like that, like, I just don't think that you being rude was enough for people to want to get you fired. So that didn't make sense. Talk about 500 people. So then when he was selling his shirts, he was like, shout out to the 500 people that pre-ordered. And I said, I know you fucking lying. I refuse to believe that 500 people done sat up there and pre-ordered or whatever the case for your shirt or bought your shirts. Like, it was, I said, he got a thing about the number 500. I don't know what that is, but I'm not believing him. So people over there on the Neighborhood Talk, when I was in the comments, they was upset and they was going back and forth. So I was going back and forth with them. Girl, we can do it together. It's not a problem. Okay. You're not going to change my mind. If that is how you think, that is your personal. And this is my personal, and you're not going to change it at this moment. He's a fraud. Okay. At least that's how I felt. Yet here we are a week or so later. Okay. So let me see if I can skip around to when he got to the inbox. So the guy inboxed him, right? After sitting on this man's live for 5 hours, he DMs this man and said, well, he called him a few times. He didn't answer. Then he DM'd him and said, man, you know, you really got me. You got me out here looking bad. You painted a different picture of me. How did he paint a picture of you when you sat on his live for 5 hours? People saw your personality. Come on now. You're giving Delulu.
Will do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me. All right. So over an hour later, what is the name of the company? I need you to provide that information, because if you don't, you scammed on GoFundMe. This is now a legal issue, and I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. I cannot support a scammer. Send that to me. His response to me was, okay, sure, will do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me. All right. So over an hour later, over 2 hours later, no response. And I said to him, just in the text message, what's the name of the place that fired you? Here was his response. Apparently he changed his tune out of nowhere. I wonder why. I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. And this was the point of the conversation that I took a step back. I looked at the DM message and I said to myself, I might have been bamboozled. Although I had enough discernment not to donate, and I did not do enough research into his claims to give him a platform to speak about any damn thing. And I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making content, not worried about the consequences I may face. You may face. What are you talking about? What consequences? Besides that you lied, potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it. This whole shit would just go away. You get the GoFundMe money. That's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle is way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I could have ever imagined. And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim once asked to prove your particular situation. See, a man of integrity and truth would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception. I told you we were negotiating and I would get it to you. But do what you got to do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen of accountability. She stepped into my live stream.
So you guys can go and check it out because she does a further investigation to try to find out what is actual and factual. Another thing that had me questioning the situation, I was over here like, first of all, what job do you work? Nobody knows. None of the girls that have come out and said anything about you has said anything about where you worked. None of that. But you over here pocketing money on your GoFundMe talking about it's for humanitarian efforts. But when Queen of Accountability gets into it, she's not able to identify these humanitarian efforts. You're saying that you're helping the youth and you're doing this and doing that, but she's not finding the records to back up what it is that you're saying, and you're not providing her with that information either. So what's really going on? All right. So she definitely got into some things. Okay. But you guys can go over to his page, check it out, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I've never seen his content before, which is crazy because he has over 700,000 subscribers. Like my first time literally coming across it was it popping up on my timeline saying the balloon guy lied to me. And I was like, huh, what is this? Clicked on it and I'm like, oh, what? We got to chat about this real briefly. Okay. So I'm not really sure what all content he does, but he's been around for a long time, clearly, to have 700 and some thousand. But this was my first time coming across him. So shout out to him. Okay. For those that are just now listening, he sat on live for 5 hours with that guy from Pop the Balloon. And then after more thought, consideration, details, he realized this guy lied to him about losing his job. He asked the man to show proof or whatever, and he wouldn't show proof. And that GoFundMe that he has with $14,000 that he's made off of people that was feeling sorry for him, yeah, that's locked up. Okay, that's locked up. So, child, it's a mess. You know what I'm saying? But good luck. Okay, so that's what's going on with him. All right, let's go ahead and move over and let's get into Teyana Taylor real quick. Okay, let's talk about Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Okay, so they have finally finalized their divorce. First of all, did y'all get a glimpse of Vogue in Paris? I saw some clips over on Twitter, and I really only saw Teyana and I saw Ciara's performance. I thought they looked great. And Teyana always cut up when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, dancing, fashion, all of that. Miss Ma'am looked good. She's been going through this divorce, and she ain't been missing a beat at all. At all. Ain't missing a beat, ain't missing a coin, ain't missing a hair out of place or nothing. You hear what I say? I'm here for it, okay? Now the details are out. They're saying that the divorce is indeed finalized. Let me tell you something. Iman, if you have not been sick before, you really finna be sick now, okay? Because in my opinion, I feel like the glow up for Teyana is just about to rise and rise, you know? Because she got rid of that dead weight. Because I do believe she was the one to file the divorce from him. She mentioned that he's been pretty cruel to her. Not doing that great of a job when it comes to their kids and stuff like that. So I'm like, listen, you're going to be sick. And I bet you I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see her really jumping into another relationship no time soon. I think she's going to enjoy being mommy to her daughters. I think she's going to chill and relax. And any man that we might see on her arm is just going, I think it's just going to be a fun time. I think it's probably going to take a lot for her to want to fall in love with anybody again. But, I love Teyana, so I'm here with whatever the hell she want to do, okay? Personally, professionally, and whatever else, okay? I'm here for her. You know what? Y'all know Teyana Taylor was on Super Sweet 16. So I'm wondering, where is all those kids? Well, Reginae was on there too. Reginae is doing good. Teyana Taylor is doing good. I feel like Teyana Taylor she was obviously one of the people that was not connected directly, like having like a parent that was a celebrity. She was in there because she had like a deal or whatever with Pharrell. But I wonder what happened to the other folks that may have been rich, but not necessarily connected to a celebrity. Where are they? I wonder. But anywho, she's doing very well for herself. So shout out to her, because I don't think that deal worked out for her ultimately with Pharrell, but she's still been able to rise and get to where she's supposed to be. That's why I think she's going to go even higher without Iman on her arm. But they're saying the divorce is final. The Georgia Fulton County Court judge did order the singer to keep the 4 marital homes that they do got, or at least the properties, whatever those properties are. She gets to keep them, and they're valued at $10 million. So I'm sure she's probably going to sell at least 2 of them, I would think. Now, Iman Shumpert, he must pay her a 7-figure sum up front. They said that he will keep his Miami condo, anything he has in South Georgia, and his Decatur compounds. So whatever those items are, he can keep that, but she's going to keep the 4 marital properties, all right? Now, they're saying she will receive about $8,000 in child support, okay? And he will have to pay 100% of private school costs for those kids. Let me tell you, baby, I bet he over there like it's cheaper to keep her. You wanted all of this out in public. I don't know why you wanted this in public. Did you think that it was going to make her look bad or something? Like, why would you do that? If anything, you've made yourself look like a fool, and even a bigger fool to fumble Teyana Taylor. And Teyana was willing to go on and fake it for social media. Fake it. Just to make you look good. She's always been out here trying to protect you and protect the image of y'all. And look what you did. You just played yourself. And I don't care what nobody talking about. If he ain't regretting it now or by later on this year, he gonna be sick in a few years. Sick. Because after what you did, I mean, you know, and different things exposed about you, I just don't ever see you getting another woman that's on her level or better. I don't ever see it. So with that being said, I think you're going to always regret this decision. Once this blows over and he gets out his feelings or whatever, he going to be trying to get back to flirting with her and get back cool and all of this extra stuff. And she ain't having it. Been there, done that. That is crazy. They said cars and jewels will stay with Teyana Taylor. Her company, Taylor Made, and aunties will remain hers. They said Iman will keep his investments and retain his properties, but it's unclear exactly what those properties and stuff is. Like, baby, you did this to yourself, sir. You did this to yourself. And listen, I don't know if that blind item played a role, but remember that white girl was down to TikTok doing a blind item talking about exposing details about Teyana and them. Teyana got upset about it and called people out for even believing such a thing and said that she was going to sue. Now, I don't think a lawsuit ever occurred, but I feel like what that blind item said, there were things that could have likely been true. Especially knowing how Teyana has try to cover for the image of them and protect the image and fake stuff or whatever. So I feel like some of that stuff could have been true. And she was just coming to the front trying to protect her family and just downplay whatever the news was that we heard, you know. She had made another post earlier than that where she was trying to act like everything was all good, knowing that she had tried to file quietly for a divorce or separated from him. Then once the news finally broke, she said, not too much on my bestie, whatever. Okay. And then next thing you know, even with her trying to protect your clown ass, you still was out here trying to be spiteful. So now when the spite come back to bite, we don't want to hear nothing. We don't want to hear anything about it. Okay. So I say congratulations to Teyana for getting that dead weight up off her, although they still have to work on their co-parenting for their daughters. But if she happy, I'm happy. Okay. Ultimately. So, child, this is crazy. They said that she accused him of emotional and mental abuse. And I'm not going to say that I don't believe her at all. And I feel like some of that was shown just off of the little things, you know, throughout this divorce from January to now, you know. So, it's very unfortunate, but good luck. Okay, good luck to you. Let's go ahead and move on because I have to also extend another good luck. And that is to my girl, Miss Kenya Moore. Okay, who also recently, I thought Kenya was done with that divorce, but maybe the divorce was done, but they was trying to finalize stuff for Brooklyn. But whatever it is, she's gotten that stuff figured out, so it sounds like. And she might have Real Housewives figured out, or they may have her as figured out as they have decided to part ways. Okay, so we're hearing stories that Kenya Moore was indeed fired, okay, from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, we're getting conflicting reports because some people is like, Miss Girl was fired. She's out the door. Matter of fact, let me pull up Love B. Scott because he couldn't wait, baby. I said, what happened in y'all friendship? Because when Love B. Scott did that interview, he said, I don't want to have to do it. And then she got going on. That's deplorable or whatever. I'm not here for it. I'm not rocking with it. I don't give a damn. Okay? Next thing you know, when everybody else was saying that they parted ways, B. Scott made sure to come to the front and say fired, okay? From what I had saw on Twitter, he was giving the fire was in all caps. I said, girl, y'all fell out or something, all right? So let's see. Exclusive, Kenya Moore fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. According to our sources, not only has Kenya been barred from filming the rest of the season, but the network is figuring out how to cut her from what's been filmed already so that she doesn't appear in season 16 at all. I told y'all they was trying to figure that thing out. I told y'all I felt like Kenya was over there fighting for her spot and everything, and now she's continuing to fight. In my personal, they're saying, contrary to other reports, sources exclusively tell Love B. Scott that there have been no talks between Kenya and the network about her returning for future seasons or projects, and there won't be. Girl, that he messy for that. Now, you messy for that, and there won't be. Now, her firing comes after she allegedly posted sexually explicit images of newbie Brittany Edie performing OS, okay? At her hair salon opening event, they said, we're told the moment was so shocking that the entire cast walked out as it unfolded, except for Sidora. That's crazy work. Now, they said with Kenya out, the network plans for her and Porsha to anchor the newbies has been completely ruined. It's done. They said the door is open for other former cast members like Shari and Phaedra. No, thank you. Hello? No, thank you. If this is a time to revamp the show, do that. Stop trying to bring other people that cannot revive this show to revive this show. The only way y'all gonna be able to revive this show is giving people new faces and new storylines. That's what it is. I just don't think we're tied to certain people on this show anymore. We just not. Like, it don't have to be a charade. Phaedra ain't been there in years. She's over there on Married to Medicine. Let her play where she stayed, and that's on Married to Medicine. So I'm like, no. If you're going to keep Porsha for now, keep Porsha for now. But outside of that, like, I mean, bring in new people. Go find y'all some more folks to filter them in. Okay, either that or scrap the whole damn season. Try again next year. Dust yourself off and try again. You could dust it off and try again. Try again. Now, they're saying Phaedra's name, however, has been floated a few times about joining the girls on their upcoming international trip. Cynthia Bailey, who's currently filming as a friend, is also being considered for promotion, but it's unclear if she'll take it. Cynthia, girl, don't take that. Don't take that. Stay where you at. Okay, they said Kenya goes on to say, hashtag Team Twirl forever. You are the best fans anyone could ever ask for. And I love you all so very much. Okay, so this is what Kenya says. TV Deets comes forward and says Kenya will not be returning. But according to TMZ, they're being told that now we're told Kenya has not been fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Instead, we're told both sides have agreed she's going to take a break from the show show for now. Our sources say Bravo is keeping the door open for a future return. However, we're also told Kenya is considering legal options at this point because she's not happy with how this whole mess unfolded. You know what I heard when I read this, and I ain't even get to TMZ's article? What I hear is that, in all honest, and we have to just be, Kenya was fired, baby. Okay? Like it, love it, don't like it, love it. Miss Ma'am was fired. All right. Now, granted, we still do not know what the hell was shown. All we know is the speculation around it. But whatever was shown was enough for Bravo to sit her down. Okay. Bravo sat this woman down. After further review, they have decided we're going to go ahead and part ways at this time. Okay. I do believe, unfortunately, Miss Ma'am was fired. And after it came out that it was fired, in my personal, I do feel like Kenya's team came back to TMZ to correct it. And that's why they said now, now we're being told that she wasn't fired, but they both decided to part ways, right? That's what it's given, I guess, to make it look better as she navigates this entertainment space in the hopes of getting another opportunity. It won't look like, oh, she was fired from that job, right? In addition to that, they said Bravo is open for, Bravo always says that, right? They may go book her for traders, right? Peacock may be like, hey, just come over here. We'll book you for traders. We'll keep you working, whatever. But over there, we can't do that, right? But however, they go on to say that Kenya is seeking out legal options, therefore confirming that she's unhappy with the verdict, which means that you can't possibly have both agreed to part ways. I feel like if it was an agreement, it was because you had no choice but to agree. In all honesty, you know, it's sad, it's unfortunate, and you know, whether we like Kenya or not, because I'm definitely a person that have liked Kenya, like, you may have brought this on yourself, girl. Not may have, but whatever it was, we have to accept the fact that she about took that too far. Okay, and it's given never let a freshman take your spot. And the freshman is sliding in, but the problem for Brittany, and you know, I don't know if she filming anymore. IDK, what's happening with that? Or maybe they cut her screen time down because they may have heard her say she got guns for BITs like her, so maybe they both could have been in the wrong. I don't know, but Porsha hasn't mentioned filming with her, but it sounds like she mentioned filming with majority of the other cast, okay? And that's more recently. So, Brittany, if you are going to be there, unfortunately, you automatically got a handful. I don't think all, you know what I'm saying, Team Twirl, but I think you got like a good grip. It's more than a handful of people that's not going to fuck with you. They're not. They just not. Because they going to rather see Kenya there than see you there. Okay? Now, as for me, I'm just going to watch it as it is. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that invested in it. You know what I'm saying? Into any of these people that's on this show. I watch it for entertainment. We get our kicks in, our kikis, giggles, laughs, debates, whatever. But for me, I can't find a diehard person. Okay, maybe Candiace, girl. Okay, Candiace probably like that's my bitch. Okay, now that one right there, we gonna have some problems about. Okay, just a little bit. Hello. But aside from that, like, I mean, like, it is what it is. So if Brittany shows herself to be a likable person, I'm not gonna hold no bias because I would rather you not be there. But if you showing yourself to be a fool, then girl, it's gonna be because you being a fool. Not because I like Kenya more than I like you. It's because I don't like you in general. It's just how you showing yourself on the show. But it's a very unfortunate situation, especially for Kenya to have this salon. And then that's another thing I have to say that I am disappointed about. Like, how do you go on to do a grand opening at your location and then you sit there and give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. And I will be right back. All right, y'all, I am back. Okay. So I had to step away for a second. But anywho, it's a very unfortunate situation for Kenya, especially for her to have her hair salon, knowing that you got to pay for that. And that's what makes me disappointed, because it's like, damn, why would you do that at your salon though? Like, I'm not gonna make my opening about no other BITCH other than myself, because I'm gonna need y'all to run me that coinage, okay? All right, I'm gonna need y'all to come in here and help me get some stylists in here. So it's, girl, that's just like, and that's one of your biggest bags. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, girl, that is just, I hate that for her. But who knows? They may give her they may bring her back like Shari, child. She may take a season off, and then they may slide her back into the door. They may say, hey, come on, like we want you back. Come on through. You feel what I'm saying? So, child, listen. I feel like Kenya could have discussed that if she did show video. I feel like there's a way to discuss a person being an escort without showing, you know what I'm saying, the images, doing a whole presentation. But Kenya still says that she's gonna be vindicated, and right now I do feel like so much for vindication. I do feel like that in this moment, okay? So I don't know. She says she's gonna get legal. She's considering her legal options. Here's my concern. I feel like if she considered legal options, what does that look like? Because I don't know. They may still not even want you to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? They may not even want you. Like, you may never come back because of your legal situation, if you do that. But then I can't tell you not to fight, because then also, like, I mean, would that be, I can't say that's discrimination at all, but I mean, I don't know. You got yourself in a pickle here. Okay? You've gotten yourself here in a pickle. It's very unfortunate. I hate that for you. I really, really do. But good luck. And good luck to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the season. It could end up being a great season. It could end up being a terrible season. We just, we just gonna have to wait and see what it's really giving, child. Yeah, so it's unfortunate, girl. But let's go ahead and slide on over, all right? Because I do want to get into this judge, okay? Let's talk about Miss Christina. What's her name? Christina Peterson, I do believe it is, okay? Now, I was trying to find out more information about what happened with the prior case where a woman was trying to get married and she wasn't allowing them to get married, or she jailed the woman. And we'll get into that. But also, this popped up. And I was like, well, what is this? Okay. Now, what they're saying, for the people that may not know, this judge, Christina Peterson, she's out there in Douglas County. Okay. There was a situation that happened at a nightclub or whatever, lounge, Red Martini in Buckhead, that resulted in her getting in an altercation where she was helping a young woman and ended up assaulting an officer. The officer then took her on to jail because she could not control herself. She was unwilling to give up her name. And we have that video, and I'll probably play that video for you guys to check out. But I've seen in the comments where people have said that this woman has been very problematic over the years, and I haven't known that. But now I'm getting more in tune. Okay, now let's get into it. They're saying allowed to keep all her fees for herself. First year probate judge expected to pocket $280,000. Okay, now I don't think that was like the initial thing. But let's just read this article here. So they're saying that the least experienced judge at one of the lower classes of court in Georgia is due to make a lot of money in 2021. Now, first of all, y'all ain't even have to list that lady as the least experienced like that, even though I know it's true. And I guess y'all starting off because y'all already feel a way that she's the most least experienced judge, but she's standing to make a whole lot of money. Girl, I ain't mad at it. Make your money. Because I do feel like some of these judges be making a whole lot and they be doing the least amount of work too. But they're saying more than the governor, more than, oh, wait a minute, not more than the governor now. More than the Chief Justice of the Georgia Supreme Court, more than the Georgia Two. Now, how is she finna make all this? A probate judge typically handles wills and vital records processing for births and death certificates and marriage licenses. They rarely hold trials. Peterson is an attorney. Her predecessor was not. So when she took office a year ago, Peterson convinced the Douglas County Commission to include a $36,688 supplement to her state salary. That sets the judge's pay at $127,798. Now they said, I said, why are you giving her a supplement? Said the commissioner. And the person says, the guider explained, and they said, we give it to the other judges. I said, the other judges don't make fees. So she can pay off the fees. That's crazy work. By law, the probate judge is allowed to keep at least some of those vital record fields. Wait a minute. So we going down there getting our birth certificates and everything, and you mean to tell me the judges are getting a little piece of coin of that? Oh, my. Not only birth, but also death certificates. They're getting some of the fee money. The fee for each record is $25. Former probate judge Hal Hamrick kept half of the death certificate money because he said he personally signed each one. Now, what the fuck kind of scam is y'all running down there? He did no work for the birth certificate processing. The rest of the fees went to the county's general fund. Girl, what the fuck? Now, y'all done learned me something today because I ain't know shit about this, honey. Now, combined with his salary, they said he made about $110,000. But Peterson decided to keep all the vital records money. So she was supposed to get half, but she kept all the money that the people was getting for the vital records. First of all, ma'am, that's already problematic that y'all getting a portion. Okay, because I thought that's supposed to go into the general fund as a whole. And you mean tell me you get a portion of that, and then you had the audacity to sit up there and get all of it? Well, you really shouldn't have even been getting that, bitch. Listen, ma'am. And this sound like this was back in 2021. So time is catching up with you. All right. They said that at the current rate, combined with her salary, Peterson is projected to make about $280,000 in her first year. She can do that because Douglas County is one of the few in Metro Atlanta that doesn't place a cap on how much fee money the probate judge can keep. Well, y'all should have placed the cap. Now, see, this is where I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some parts I'm going to have her back on, and some parts I'm not. And I like what you said. She's an actual lawyer. The last man wasn't. First of all, girl, I didn't even know you could be a probate judge and not even be an attorney. I didn't know that. I thought you had to be in there. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't know nothing about that. That is crazy, that, honey. That is some crazy work. Give me 1 second. Let me see if they... Now, why he all up there with it? Oh, okay. Let me check. Okay. All right, cool, y'all. Since y'all all in my business, girl. Girl, I had to let that termite man in the house and stuff so that he could do my checks and everything. You feel what I'm saying, girl? I had to get my little checks and stuff around the house. But anyway, girl, back up out my business and let's get back into hers, okay? But I do feel like that makes sense, the $280,000, now that the context clue that she was an actual attorney. But I still feel a way like, damn, like, why are they getting that money? I don't like that. So can I go to any part of Georgia, girl? I'm going to have to drive down there to claim so I could go see my girl Tammy if I need to pull some records so she could get my coin. You can have my coin, Judge Hayward. But anybody else, I don't know about y'all like that. Now they're saying that they said Gwinnett, Henry, and Fayette County set the cap to $7,500 each, as they should. It really shouldn't exist at all. But in Rockdale, they set theirs at $15,000. Any fee money above those caps is sent to the county treasurer. Girl, that's crazy. What else kind of hidden stuff y'all got up in these laws and things? They said Peterson is expected to pocket $158,000 alone. Girl, I hope you stacked up accordingly over these past few years because you ain't in that position no more. They said Judge Peterson's salary has the least effect on taxpayers' money, whether locally within the county or the state, as she is the lowest paid judge in the county from county or state funds. So she's the lowest paid overall. Why is she the lowest paid and she's an attorney? But then she's pocketing the coinage. Oh, wow. It may not be tax dollars, but someone is paying those $25 fees. Yeah, us. I definitely think that all the fees should be capped. I agree. Good grief. You could be a millionaire and work for the government. Child, okay. And Lord knows the government don't want that, honey. They're not on their dime. Okay. This is a mess here. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? All right. Okay, meanwhile, Peterson remains the subject of multiple allegations of judicial misconduct. One of those allegations involved her decision to order a woman to be jailed in August for contempt of court. We didn't know you could go to jail for this, okay? I do believe this is it. So let's check out this story real quick.
New details in a Fox 5 I-Team investigation earlier this week. Douglas County probate judge Christina Peterson must explain why she ordered a woman jailed and fined $500 after the woman asked to correct a marriage certificate issued 5 years ago. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis has more.
PJ Skelton was born in Thailand and raised by her biological uncle. She told the Fox 5 I-Team she never knew her biological father and put her uncle's name as her father on a marriage certificate. In August, after Skelton says she learned her father's name, she approached the Douglas County Probate Court in case she needed to make a correction. Instead, probate judge Christina Peterson held her in contempt of court for, quote, lying under oath and providing false information to the court. The marriage license was issued years before Peterson took office.
Do solemnly. Now, let me say this. Now, let me pause. I'm going to have to get in here now. Now, the woman did. Now, if she was not adopted by her uncle, and you just put in your uncle's name because you care about your uncle or whatever, like, then you did falsify information. Technically, you did. You did. Right? But I do feel like things are done at the discretion of the judge. And I feel like with this particular matter and understanding the circumstances of this young lady not having her dad in her life and then to find out what that name is, and I guess she wanted to honor that name in some fashion by making sure that it was listed accordingly. I feel like you could have made that, you could have let that pass. You could have let that pass. I don't know if you was on a power trip or what was really going on, but she did, falsify some stuff though. What's on your identification? What's on your ID? What's on your birth certificate? For you to just be able to, and if it's on your ID, then I would ask what's on your birth certificate for you to just go down there and put your uncle's name down. Because it's not saying that your uncle adopted you. I'm not hearing that part, and there may be a layer that we don't know, but that is giving false information to the court. Yes. Okay. But that's just my personal. All right. But I do know that the judges have their own discretion, and I just feel like you could have let that slide. Like, I just wouldn't feel right locking somebody up because they want to make a name change to honor their parent. Like, are you fucking crazy?
Affirm. This is the 8th public allegation of judicial misconduct leveled against Peterson by the State Judicial Qualifications Commission, despite her being in office less than a year. That includes ignoring the sheriff's office rule not to let people into the courthouse without being screened.
She did put this courthouse in a very bad place from a security standpoint.
In court filings, Peterson said she did nothing wrong.
But judges who refuse to acknowledge that they are subject to the law rather than above the law don't last long in judicial office.
Well, then y'all need to go down there and get Mr. Glanville the hell up out of there too, baby. Okay? Y'all need to go get Ural up out of there as well, because he definitely showed it's about a week to 2 weeks ago, and I done fallen off of the case just a second, but I'm sure he's still down there tap dancing on them people's nerves like that. Okay, so y'all need to rack them up too. Rack them up, pack them up.
Supreme Court rejected a petition by the JQC to have Peterson temporarily suspended until a hearing. That won't happen until next year. By paying a $500 fine, Skelton served 2 days of the original 20-day sentence.
I'll sue her.
In Douglas County, Randy Travis, Fox 5 News.
Let me say, the county will have a lawsuit for me, baby. Okay? I don't give a damn. I don't care if I did break a law, whatever I did, put false information down there, whatever. I know that there's a discretion that the judge could use or whatever like that. Like, girl, I'm finna sue you, mother. Period. Okay? Emotional distress, Your Honor, is what it was given. Because you didn't have to take it there. You didn't have to take it there. And then here's the other thing, and we're about to get into the fact that this woman was indeed removed from her position, and we'll go back to the footage and things of what was happening. But my issue is this as well, and it's so disappointing that you are a black woman in this, and I don't even want to tie it to really that, but that's what you are. I do feel like Douglas County is primarily white. I'm sure they have grown over the years or whatnot, but you're sitting in this position despite what your background is. And you already know that people have a dart on your back, like a target on your back. You already know they're trying to get you. Why would you then go and put yourself in a compromising situation? I understand that you were trying to protect someone, but even after you hit the officer and may not even have been aware, because you said you weren't aware, I didn't hear much of an apology of like, I am so sorry. I was trying to do this. Like, it was none of that. It was giving, how dare you, is what it was giving. As I go back and I look at some of the stuff, that's what it's giving, how dare you. You know what I'm saying? You still operate in this space of, I got all this power and y'all can't do that to me. And and that man was right. Y'all don't last long. And enough time will reveal and show, and that karma gonna come knocking at your door. And I hate that for you. You should have been out here rocking, trying to be as clean as you can. And you just can't. You couldn't, girl. And this is where we are. And this is a mess. But let's get into the latest details, because they done got her the hell up off the bench. Now, listen, if they was going to wait on it, because they did say it was going to take some time, I feel like the incident that just happened and the footage that was leaked definitely helped expedite the decision.
The state Supreme Court issued its ruling in the case of embattled probate judge Christina Peterson. The High Court ruled the Douglas County probate judge should be removed from office immediately. Fox 5's Kevin Stewart is in Douglas County, live for us tonight with the latest. Kevin.
Christine, voters had already voted to remove Christina Peterson from office. She lost her primary earlier this year, but now the state Supreme Court says she's got to go right away.
It would appear business as usual at the Douglas County Probate Office, but it's not. Judge Christina Peterson is out.
Thank God something did happen.
The community has been buzzing about this one. The Georgia State Supreme Court saying in its Tuesday morning ruling, quote, the judge exhibited a consistent pattern of misconduct that stemmed from willful misconduct in office.
People just kind of get a big head once they get into whatever, area they're in, and they're like, oh, I can get away with anything.
They held to a higher standard, so you know what I'm saying, they gotta do what's needed for the community.
The state high court decision follows a recommendation by the Judicial Qualification Commission to remove Peterson. It found she violated 28 of 30 counts against her. The Fox 5 team has detailed many of the missteps, including asking the public to cash app her birthday gifts on social media.
Oh, no.
What's wrong with that?
She get paid too much anyway. No, sir. She get paid entirely too much money to ask for some cash out.
The court noted.
I don't think that. Okay, now listen, girl. I feel like your cash apps is coming in the percentage that you're getting off them damn vital records. Let's be clear. Hello? But I also feel like there's nothing wrong with a person asking for cash app. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the people on whether or not they want to send them or not for their birthday. You know? I remember Kandi did that for Riley. I think the people about cussed Kandi the hell out. Was it for Riley or was it for Kandi? I can't remember. They about cussed her the hell out. Tell my girl, you a millionaire over here asking for cash outs. Well, some people still want to give. Because I know when Kandi was on her live and stuff, people would still send in super chats and stuff. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's y'all money, y'all. It's up to y'all on what y'all want to or not want to give. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like with this judge, girl, you got your damn Cash App, Super Chats, PayPal, and Venmos, bitch. When you was getting half of them folks, I'm sorry, all of them folks damn vital record fees, ma'am. Okay? Now, that's where I have to draw the line for you. Now, I get it, but I don't. Like, girl, you over here taking these folk damn, bitch, I done Cash App you the whole 25. when you only was supposed to get half of that? What's that, $12.50 a bit? Girl, no ma'am.
Peterson denied a taxpayer due process by not allowing her an attorney after a discrepancy over a marriage license. Peterson's attorney, Lester Tate, told Fox 5, quote, "We were able to provide her with a vigorous defense, getting numerous counts dismissed, even though we lost the ultimate battle today."
There's some old sayings about, you know, you do as a child when a child, but then you do as an adult when you get older.
All right. Now, Peterson was supposed to remain in office through the end of the year. Now, an interim must be appointed. It's worth noting that Valerie Vi won her race against Peterson during the primary season. So it'll be interesting to see if she is appointed. That will be happening.
Giving her an early
judge will make,
start.
at the courthouse to make that appointment. It's also worth noting that the assault against a police officer, the alleged assault against a police officer that Peterson is facing, that had nothing to do with today's decision. Reporting live from Douglasville, Kevin Stewart.
Stop lying. It ain't had nothing to do. It had everything to do with it. But of course they gotta say that so they don't be getting sued or get whatever the case is gonna happen to them. But no, they had everything to do with it. All of this stuff coming back to back. The incident happened. Then you turn around and do a press conference. Then after the press conference, the footage is released. And then the very next week we find out that BIT, you have been removed. It has everything to do with that. But let me tell you something, girl. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You showed your ass, Your Honor. Your Honor, you showed your ass. And then what they said when she got removed from her position, let me see if I can find an article on that, because I could have sworn they said with her being removed from this position, she cannot have a sitting position like this. Let me see. She can't have a position like this, I believe they said, in the state of Georgia for 7 years. So, girl, that's crazy. Girl, why is the people out here fumbling bags? Why is y'all fumbling like that? Oh, child, let me get over here and see if Associated Press is saying it. Let me see. I'm scanning. Okay, where is it? Less than a year into her fourth term. Got that. So they're saying less than a year into her 4-year term in September 2021, the Judicial Qualifications Commission filed that she was doing some bad stuff. Okay, code of conduct was out of order. Now they're saying the agency amended those charges in February 2022 and in July of 2022, bringing the total to 50 counts of alleged misconduct. Now 20 counts were dismissed before and during the final trial, which still left her to address about 30 counts. Of course, they're going to take 20. They ain't going to care because you still got 30. Okay, but I'm trying to get to her being removed. Okay, they said the hearing panel issued a report in March. They said it concluded that Peterson should be removed from office. The Supreme Court said the most troubling allegation against Peterson had to do with her treatment of a woman who appeared before her while trying to correct an error on her marriage certificate. It's funny how y'all are saying error because it really was not an error. She intentionally put the wrong name and then she turned around and she put the name that she wanted. Should she have been jailed for it? No, I don't think so. But I see how y'all are trying to word things, though. Peterson held the woman in criminal contempt, which is crazy, imposed a maximum jail term of 20 damn days. That is just stupid. That is just so stupid. And then you gave the lady a fine. They don't have to refund me my damn money. Peterson is also alleged to have allowed people to enter the county courthouse after hours. We saw all of that. I'm trying to get to what the verdict was for her, okay? Do they have that? Let me go to Shade Room and see if Shade Room got it in the comments area. Because I could have sworn they said she won't be able to practice for a certain amount of time. And I'm like, you might as well move out of the state. Get you a new wig and move out of state. Okay, here it is. It is on Shade Room. Okay. So they're saying there were 30 counts brought against Peterson, and the court found that 12 of those counts warranted discipline. Peterson will not be eligible to be elected or appointed to any judicial position in Georgia for at least 7 years. Ma'am, I suggest you go to another state. You sit for the bar if you have not already, and you get to practicing over there. But considering this story is worldwide, your reputation may have already preceded you. I do not know, but you might want to consider doing that. Now, you may still be able to be a practicing attorney, but you better be on your stuff going before these courts You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't looking too good. I know things supposed to be fair when you get in the courtroom. But listen, girl, that's crazy work. Girl, you can't run for, you can't be appointed to any judicial position for 7 years. And I feel like with all of this happening, I do think, in my opinion, your bar certification or whatever is probably going to come into question, or you're definitely going to have some strikes on your name. I don't know if they're going to try to punish you by making you pay a fine. I don't know if they're going to suspend you from the bar association or what's going to happen. But for this to happen, you better believe the people that was calling for your removal is probably going to call for an evaluation of your association with the Georgia bar. Girl, that's so crazy. Yeah, she could teach law at a community college. She probably could do that. She probably could be a teacher, a professor of some sort. Girl, I still think you need to leave Georgia, honey. I wouldn't stay here, ma'am. Take that $280,000 and all them vital record fees that you had got and go and get your life together somewhere else outside of Georgia. That's just what it is. So maybe you could go to Alabama, honey. It might be a little peace of quiet if the people in Huntsville ain't shaking up the state. So you might be able to go over there or see if you can make change in Mississippi. You could go down to South Carolina. I wouldn't advise you to go to Florida, but you could go up to Tennessee. Okay? These are just things that I'm thinking, all right? This is a clip for the people that have not gotten a chance to check it out. We are going to get into some of it. This is the cam, okay? The officer's cam, all right? It's crazy. That lady said, I don't want her teaching me. I'm hollering. Do not teach me a damn thing, girl. I know that's right. What, you going to drop the class as soon as you see she the only professor? I don't want that class. Don't put me in her class. How can I go around it? Let me change. Let me change my focus in law, because I'm not going to do nothing with her. I don't blame you.
Try me like this, died 30 days later, I pray for you. Regardless, wise, where I be in here with Young Thug. I ain't Woody. Yeah. Where in the world is this man going? The last person that ever tried me like this died 30 days later, I pray for you. Regardless, wise, where I be in here with Young Thug.
I ain't know she said that.
Yeah. Where in the world is this man going? I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You a lie. You're a liar. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. You're a liar.
Okay, this was a mess.
And that's on me. Just punch the cop. No, I did not. Go get my purse. Christina, I have your stuff. I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Where's your purse? I got it. Take that girl.
6955 extra radio.
What happened to the other girl?
The girl she had the conflict with. 6955 extra. Show me my 16G.
He would never.
Starting mileage 12684. Yeah. I gotta go. I don't know. I know who I was.
Answer your phone.
Appreciate you, bro.
What did she do? Nothing.
Security was separating a fight.
Nothing.
I was
He hit a woman. He abused a woman.
She ran up.
And I
combo of like a push punch.
Oh my.
Placed her in handcuffs.
A push punch.
need to go to the hospital?
God is not pleased. Don't
So listen. Maybe if you wasn't drinking, maybe if you wasn't drinking, you would have known that I walked over there to separate it. So there you go. And that's why you're going to jail.
This woman has done nothing to him, Lord. He put his hands upon her, and I could not sit and watch him sin, Lord. I observed him, and he, in the name of Jesus, Lord, he has been touched by a devil in the demonic spirit, Lord, that he has put his hands upon me.
This is some crazy shit here. As a judge, you would think she would know how to handle herself after being arrested.
I bet his cameras wasn't working right when he was outside of that place.
Not the cameras not working.
No, I think you have it confused. Everybody was there? You know I was sitting in the car, right? So I don't know what
you were not sitting in the car. Are you serious?
Who was beating on that lady?
You beat on that woman.
You know I have this camera on the whole time. So why are you, what woman did I beat?
So yesterday when I was watching this, I was thinking that he had something to do with that, but come to find out, no, he didn't. And I believe him because he got the camera.
Did I beat?
He was trying to break up the fight. It looked like not. Girl, this amazing. It's too much.
That's what I said. I said red martini.
You had put your hands on that woman without causing provocation.
What woman did I put my hands on?
She did not put her hands on you. She was not aggressive with you. She was not abusive with you, sir.
Yeah, I think you
put your hands on her without causing.
I think you had too much to. I think you had too much to drink.
Are you serious? I didn't have.
I think you had too much to drink because you can't remember what happened.
Hold on, first of all.
You can't remember what happened.
I wasn't driving, sir.
I didn't say anything about driving.
Careful with what you said.
I didn't say anything about driving.
What you did was put your hands on that lady and then you punched me to the ground.
Not punched you to the ground.
Please call the people that you have.
Well, something happened for that wig to fly off. I don't know if he punched, but.
No, he pushed me to the ground and he so whoever.
Oh, he pushed her to the. I thought she said punched. I believe he did push her to the ground. But I feel like that was after she was pushing, and he said it was a push and a punch.
I respect it all, whatever you have to do.
Well, LaShondra, what I'm talking about, honey, when I say that you would think as a judge she would know how to act, right, is to not say nothing. If you feel like he's that much in the wrong, then I wouldn't say nothing. Take me to jail, do what you're going to do, process me, and then I'm going to handle all of that, and I'm going to get all these charges dropped afterwards. That's what I'm talking about. Because now, her being so vocal and yelling and being loud and belligerent, which does leave people to think that she is drunk. Look at what this footage is doing now. It's continuing to damage her career. You see what I'm saying? So I don't expect her to be a button-down professional. And just as I said in my previous video, not sure if you were here when I talked about that, people were wondering why was she even at a red martini. I said there's nothing wrong with her going out, hanging out. There's nothing wrong with her having a few drinks here or there. She's a human. They're going to do that. But after you've gotten arrested, I understand you being upset. But if you already know how it works, if you already have a pending situation against you to get you removed, then I won't give them anything extra. I will be as poised as I can, as mad as fuck as I am. And as soon as I get to where I need to be, I'm going to handle it. Period. So that is what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, well then maybe that's you. You're a fighter. I can fight too, but I also know when and when not to. And I feel like as a judge, to me, you should know that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody fights in different ways, right? So you just said that you'll fight with your words, and obviously that's her situation too. I'm gonna fight with that paper on your ass, and I'm gonna have that job if I feel like you was that much in the wrong. You ain't gonna hear a whole lot from me, but I'm gonna show you. I promise you that. So that's what I mean. Like, that's what my thoughts and expectation would have been of hers. If you feel that you're so much in the right and he's so wrong and this, I'm not going to go back and forth with you, because here's the thing. The officer is going to automatically tell you that you're lying. He's going to be like, nah, that's not what happened. Da, da, da. For what? I got you. Know that. I got you. And when we done, I'm going to get that name. I'm going to get that badge. I'm going to solicit for the footage. I'm going to have my witnesses. I'm going to do what I need to do. And that's how I would fight. But I'm not going to go back and forth with you. And then you already got a pending situation. Come on now.
I respect. I would never sit back and watch you abuse a woman and put your hands on a woman that you don't want to. I would never. And I but for you to put me in handcuffs because I would not watch it is disrespectful.
It's not going to get her out of the cuffs. That's the crazy thing. He not going to unarrest her.
The camera tell everything. There's no reason to lie.
I pray to God you had your camera.
Oh, yeah, it was on, so I can't wait. Yeah. Oh, God's answering your call.
What you need help spelling?
No, I don't need help spelling anything. No, I just need help spelling your name. I'm trying to. You trying to? Bro, I'm not going to county. Well, you making it take longer. I'm just gonna finish the report. Don't worry about it. Okay. Do you want to go home? Do you want to get booked in so your friends can get you?
I'm gonna go home regardless. Wise, where I be in here with Young Thug. I ain't Woody.
Yeah.
I've been watching his show. Listen.
I want you to. I want to book you in.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get booked in though.
I could give a. Listen,
You don't care to get booked in.
And what you do? I would love for you to pick up the phone and call who I asked you to call. Call the people that I asked you to call. Call Stan, call Kylie, call.
Okay, for who? Call them for who? Call them for who?
Me.
Well, I don't know who you are. What
You don't know who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Sir, call them and ask them.
Ask them.
Ask them. And would I ever put my hands on a man more and less?
Ask them who?
More or less an officer.
This is crazy work, bro. These people crazy.
I'm the officer. What hands am I gonna put on officer?
You punched that woman to the ground and then did me. So don't ever try me. In God's name. Listen what I say. And I pray for you because I just prayed for you right now and I hope you heard it.
Listen.
I heard it. I hope you
Instead
heard
of going
it,
back
sir.
and forth.
I hope you heard it. I don't care what you say, but I hope you heard it because I'm going to tell you coonery don't go but too far.
So,
how far you guys out?
ma'am, I'm trying to get this process.
Oh my.
I'm trying to get this process.
You.
Okay. I'm trying to get this process.
You. I'm praying for you right now. Don't talk to me. Like I'm really praying for your spirit.
Anyways, the unit this is 596-9558. That's just show the fingerprint scanner. That's ready. You're allowed to have when ready.
Take me where you need to take me. I'm not scared of you or jail. Please take me where you need to take me. No, I could give a take me where you want to take me. You're not going to harass me, and I'm not. No, I could give.
Listen.
You stop playing with me. You have beat a woman and you beat me to the ground.
Ma'am.
Take me where you want to take me.
It went from push to beat to the ground.
And I don't care. You don't need identification. You have locked people up, and you have picked up dead bodies when you don't know who bodies it was, but you picked them up. Take me where you need to take me.
I'm trying to.
No, take me where you need to take me immediately, expeditiously.
You're preventing
Take
that.
me. I could give a. Take me where you want to
So
take me.
how do you want me to take you somewhere expeditiously?
Now, take me where you want to take me. I pray for you. I promise I pray for you because your life, you have a long life to live. I promise you. I pray for you.
Ma'am, I need your first name and last name.
I pray for you, sir. Listen to me.
So I can book you in so you can go on with your day. So you can go on with your day.
Sir, the last person that ever tried me like this died 30 days later. I pray for you. And I pray for you. My God.
I'm trying to book you in.
My God.
So you can go.
Now in Jesus' name, I
chill out. And you can go home.
I pray.
I'm trying to book you in.
He's a woman abuser, Lord. He abused that woman outside here, tried to abuse me, Lord. Right now, I ask that you forgive him. I ask that you put in his heart and his spirit, Lord. I pray that you let him live and understand. I pray. He don't understand, Lord, and if he feels this is a mockery, Lord, please let him understand.
Oh, ma'am, I'm trying to get you booked in so you can go
Lord,
home.
he doesn't understand what this is. He doesn't understand the Spirit of God because he's understood what the good old boy and Proud Boys is. He understood what the Illuminati is, but he don't know what you are. It's not on my hands. It's on that woman's hands that he beat to the ground just a minute ago that I wouldn't watch. Let him take me where I need to be.
Ma'am, I need your name so I can take you where you want to go.
Home where I need to be.
Where do you want to go?
Let me make it.
You want to go home?
Where I need to be, Lord.
Listen, I'm cutting you. Listen.
No, because
I'm not giving you space.
I asked you to call. You got his number.
What's your name?
Collie.
Give me your name. Okay, so give me your name and I'll call Collie.
Cyrus Collie.
Give me your name. Give me your name and I'll call him.
Call him now.
Give me your name and I'll call him.
I do feel like the officer could have called the person. I know he frustrated, girl. I do. I know he frustrated. Because if she not gonna give me her name, I'm gonna call who you need to call because I'm gonna get your name either way. Okay. Now you may not stop this paperwork from going through, but let me go ahead and call who I need to call. Okay. So I don't know why he was afraid to make the call or didn't want to make the. I don't know, but I mean, he could have made the call. But you know what? I also feel like you could have let that lady walk away so that she didn't go to jail because she made a name change off of marriage, and you held that lady in contempt for 20 days and then turned around and gave her a fine at that. I'm not over that, and I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about, okay? It was to your discretion. So at his discretion, he could call somebody or he could book your ass. So at this point, I was kind of, feeling a little bad for you yesterday, but as I dig into more details, it's giving you wrong for that, ma'am.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
And then all this extra shit she's doing. I understand you being upset. Ain't nobody telling you ain't got to be upset or whatever. Be mad. But this ain't helping your case. It's not going to make him unarrest you. It's not going to make him not book you. None of that. So I'm just like, what are we doing this for? You just holding him up, being emotional, crying, praying. And he just going to continue to aggravate you like you over there aggravating him. It's like, it's a lost cause at this point. Right. What the fuck going on?
He said I beat an officer allegedly. So why would you take me to the city jail? What is city about beating the county officer, sir?
Who's a county officer? I'm not a county officer.
What are you? The city? Oh, you're a city officer, the city of Atlanta. Oh my God.
Child, I can't take it. This is too much.
You need to put the hands up on the woman who's trying to beat you. the world is this man going? Why would he not be getting me out this car? This is harassment.
That's crazy. Let me fast forward this, girl.
Don't touch me.
I can't step up.
For what? I wasn't cuffed. I wasn't when it needed to. Shut the f up. You look like a was trying to eat on me before and I never let him.
Did y'all? She said you look like they was trying to eat on me before and I never let them. Hollering.
Stop touching me.
Don't.
Yeah, stop touching me. Get the fuck off me. Stop touching. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I got it. I can walk on my own. Don't touch me. This be the woman and they think I'm about to watch it and be cool with it. You weird. And get your own. Listen. We'll see. I can go. But you just need a name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
She not giving nobody her name.
I asked him to call somebody for me, and he did. So, what's your name? When I get to call somebody, please, I'll talk to you. I asked him to call Cyrus Colley. Call Cyrus, please. Thank you. Cyrus Colley, thank you.
Girl, I'm trying to find out who the hell Cyrus Colley is too. Let me look Cyrus up. And why the hell y'all ain't call him Cyrus Colley? What is this? Oh, girl, he the Douglas County sheriff. Sheriff. Oh, okay.
If something happened to me,
Okay then, Mr. Colley. Mr. Colley probably somewhere like my name Bennett and I ain't in it. Don't put me in this. Okay, don't jeopardize me getting my position because of you.
where's your camera? You can't let me get in this car with this lunatic.
Give me your name. If you give me your name, then you'll be booked here. You'll be with us. Just give me your name.
No.
What's your name?
No. Call. Do what I don't know.
I don't know people.
Call. You do know.
Polly.
Yes, you do.
Who is that? Where's she work?
Him.
Where he working?
Atlanta Police Department.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Do you know Faggot?
No.
Shadara Faggot. Yes, you do.
I don't know you.
Yes, you do.
Nigger.
Give me your name and you stay here.
I guess he was gonna call somebody in Fulton County to help her out.
Call them all. And tell them I can't. How am I going to tell? I got somebody.
Call them and I will say hello, and they will know who I am.
You can't do that.
It's harassment. It's harassment. And I will. Are you recording this?
No, I
You're
appreciate it.
losing me. Are you recording
Ma'am, you can be here and stay here, and your friends can pick you up.
No.
The ones that were in the Audi.
Listen to
That's
me.
it. All I have to do is put your name and date of birth on here, so you can get booked in.
You
That's
a
all.
lie. You're a liar.
I'm telling you what I'm telling you.
You're accusing me of, and you're a liar.
Disorderly
You beat
conduct.
that to the ground, and you hit me
You
to the
have
ground.
the wrong person.
Yes, that was you.
No, you're drunk, and I'm
I
telling
don't even drink like that, you
come on.
weirdo.
And That's why you acting like
Are
this.
you gonna give us the information so you can stay here, or you get back in the car?
Are you gonna let me die in the car with this?
This is crazy.
Good luck.
I just turned my car.
Okay, so perhaps let's see his and see how it's looking.
It doesn't work that way. You can always, you know.
Oh, you know I will.
And you can do
And I'm
that.
gonna do it tomorrow.
Well, it might not be tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to subpoena this. Probably whatever you want.
You get released from the jail. I'm just trying to help.
Probably what you want to do. I asked him to call who I asked him to call, but he said.
And I texted he's asleep. I know Kandi personally as well. And I tried to contact him. He's asleep.
You have how many numbers you got?
I have two. Both of them. You got both of them? What is he gonna do for you today right now?
What is he gonna do for you today, right now?
I don't know. I've never been boss. When I tried in the city of Atlanta.
Okay. He still doesn't make the decision to unarrest you. But we can't call him to
Call your
assist
sheriff.
him. I'm sorry?
Call your sheriff.
Sheriff, we don't work for Fulton County Sheriff.
Who do you work for? City of Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your chief now?
Chief Sherbon.
Who?
Chief Sherbon.
How long they been here?
Sherbon, I don't know. He's been here a really long time.
This is
He's
crazy.
been a chief. How long has he been a chief? Maybe a year or two.
Okay, I'm about to say it ain't been long.
But I still don't know how that's relevant right now. Again, we're going to take you down to Fulton County. We're trying to get you identified there. We're just trying to help you. If you don't mind being here, you said you can be all
Sir,
day, all week.
I don't even know what I'm being arrested for at this point, ma'am. If you can tell me
It's a city charge. But
call me city charge.
once
Call
we
me.
get her name, it can escalate.
But can you
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a county charge
You
when we
can't
get
scare me with that. You can tell me what I've been arrested for, and I would be very.
It's a city charge obstruction.
Child, this crazy work.
No, see, yeah,
This the chief here.
Changing the charge is actually
it's still
Child,
disorderly
this is
conduct.
mercy.
What's the charge?
I just said.
What's the charge?
Disorderly conduct.
What did I do?
Ma'am, we went over this.
Ma'am, you have been disorderly, ma'am, since you have.
Acting violent to much.
What did I do?
You interfered as I was talking to somebody and punched me in my chest. I'm not charging
Now,
you.
sir, you're sir, officer, you are changing things, sir, because at the top of the video, sir, you were tussling with that girl. Now, you probably was trying to break up a fight, but you was not trying to talk to no goddamn body. That Miss Man ran up on you and she had put the hands on you and told you to get up off that lady, okay? You said that she pushed and she punched you, okay? Now, I don't really know. Now, you could be mad that she made an interference into what the hell was going on, or she really could have pushed you. You feel what I'm saying? But it was a lot going on, and you could have used your discretion as well, and you chose not to. So therefore, here we are, and she continued to antagonize the situation as you guys were making it over to the police station, okay? And thinking that she's above the law. She thinking that she's going to be able to go around somebody so she can prevent herself from getting these charges that she ended up getting anyway. You did all of that and still got charged. Now, we do hope that they get dropped, as they are just a misdemeanor, but we do not know, okay? The reputation has already been damaged, okay? As they have already removed her from the position.
Battery on a law enforcement officer. I'm charging you with disorderly conduct. You can go home. You can signature bond out.
So right now, he said he's not charged.
Give me a city charge.
And again, that never happened. What we're doing right now, we're giving you a city charge. He's giving you option to give you a city charge. Once he goes to Fulton County and get your full correct name, you're gonna make us something else. He's gonna put a state charge of physically assaulting him.
Okay. So he'll make something up.
No, if he shows and he says that you put your hands on him.
No, he put his hands on me.
I just wanted to.
Why do I look like? You think I went out looking like this? I didn't go out looking like this. That man put his hands on me, and he put a hand on another woman. It wasn't me, ma'am. I don't know that. I don't even know the woman he put his hands on.
Well, I haven't Mirandized you, so I'm not gonna ask you.
Exactly. He didn't either. He didn't either. Correct. Because if I'm not under arrest, then why he didn't?
But see, this is my thing, though. If you know how it works as a judge, typically, in my personal opinion, not being in her position, I just feel like if you feel so confident on what's happening, then I feel like it's nothing for you to go ahead, do what you got to do, because you did all of that and you still ended up here being charged. So it's like you came out better just like feel away, be upset, maybe I don't expect her to just go and not say absolutely nothing, but I would definitely say minimal, very minimal to nothing. Go ahead and process me so I can show just how far you was willing to take it, so that when I take it even further, then you will have an understanding. Okay, as a judge, if you just feel so right that you didn't know this lady, he assaulted this woman, assaulted you, you were defending yourself, whatever, and you feel confident that you can get these charges dropped, then yeah, because nothing that you were doing was going to make him unarrest you. So all of this extra talking and bringing other people into the situation, it's not helping. She can't make him do nothing if she ain't no superior or just, you know what I'm saying? She's just another officer. So you pleading, it's not making sense to me.
Mirandizing me. You don't have to. Unless I'm questioning you. Okay. Which I'm not about. So who's talking to me then? Am I just talking? I can speak to you. I can ask you your name, and I can see how you and cooperate with you to get your name. I'm not asking you about the incident that occurred.
Right.
I'm not asking you about your crime. I went in there. Yeah. And I got fingerprinted. You got scanned to see if you can come into the system. What happened? You've been arrested. What happened? It didn't come back because you're not cooperating with us. So you said I didn't cooperate?
She just scanned the thing. She just said she scanned.
You said I didn't do my fingerprints?
I don't think that's not cooperating if y'all chose to scan her thinking you gonna find something in the system and you ain't find nothing. I mean, that sounds like she's cooperating, but y'all just ain't got nothing on her because her slate is clean. This is her only incident and she's trying to keep it to a minimum, but what she's doing, I don't think that's really helping.
So at this point, I was just coming to you, Sergeant Daniels. You'll be going to the county jail to be processed and scanned there. If you don't come back, you'll just be going back to the prison. What's your first name? I don't have to give you that. My dash number is 7162. I'm not arrested. But hold on, I'm not either. Allegedly. You are. You are so you arrested now. Oh, I'm arrested now. You are. At what point was I? Once he left that location with you. That's what I thought. I thought so too, but I didn't know what I was arrested for. But so you're saying it was. Now you're saying it was. You're saying he made up.
Or is she the sergeant? Or is she in charge of him?
Because I just want to make sure I have the charge down. It was obstruction.
Disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct. Yes. Okay. You said something else. I just want to make sure. I'm not the arresting officer. So it doesn't matter what I say. I just want to make sure your charges. I'm not arresting you. So if he told you your charges previously, that's he never told me now. So but you said I changed your charges, so you know. But I didn't know shit. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to see if you wanted to cooperate before we took you somewhere else. With your name. You can't get my fingerprints. I want you to put your toe in. I don't want your toe to get. My toe is in. Oh, you put your seatbelt on. Hold on. He's gonna put your seatbelt back on.
Go down the county.
Baby, this is a mess here, honey. She was eating her up.
So he didn't arrest the woman he beat up or me? So I just get beat up. I just get arrested for the person he beat up?
Can't watch your phone.
I wasn't there. So you can ask the judge whenever that happens. All right? Yeah. Can you put your foot in? Daniel. Thank you so much, Daniel.
All right, thank you.
Daniels.
Girl, ain't nothing like acting like you bad and then you end up getting dethroned from your own position.
6955 X-ray radio. 6955.
Very disappointing. I hate this happened.
With this female. Started mileage 1.
Girl, this was crazy. I saw more details this time around than I saw the previous time. I didn't even know she made that comment about Young Thug and Lil Woody and stuff. I just feel like she did herself a disservice. I understand you're a judge and stuff like that. It seems like she was operating like, yeah, she was trying to get a favor from a friend or whatever, but then at the same time it was giving, y'all gonna be disappointed when you find out who I am. Girl, I would have expedited that process. Let me go ahead and do my thing. Okay, let me go and get the hell up out of here for disorderly conduct or whatever. And then y'all gonna have to see me for putting that charge on me, knowing that you was the one that violated me or whatever it is, whatever her stance is. But this was crazy. This was a crazy situation. Girl, how embarrassing. And it's not just a local situation. This is like worldwide now. Everybody about know your name. You've been removed from office. Girl, it's terrible. It's just not a good look. Now you got this dark cloud over you, and it's very unfortunate. And I know some people gonna want to support and go up and feel like the media is painting her out to be a certain person. And I do understand that. I do feel like the media can play a strong role in the image of how people are seen and stuff. But let's be honest, this footage here is enough. Her own actions in this footage is enough for people to judge her accordingly and see whatever it is they want to see about her just from this footage. Okay, so if they feel away, she heavily contributed to that. Okay, so that's all that I got, child. I ain't got no more at this time. I am Jami, that's me. Make sure that you guys are liking up the video, subscribing to the channel, following me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
My city and cul-de-sac, coming out swinging like soldier rag, leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind.
Thank you for the super chat, Tony.
Spinning the block for the gouda, we hitting the jeweler, the flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer.